think I have an addiction. Hello and welcome to part 2 of me rating all the Nancy Drew games I have played. So I'm excited because in this part, this is actually where most of my favorite games are from the Her Interactive Nancy Drew games series. So if you haven't seen the first one, go back and watch it and understand why that ratings was the way it was, because you're going to see in a bit, but you should understand why before just coming and seeing. This ain't no spark note, sweetheart. Go back and do it. Oh wait, okay, hey, welcome back. You're back from watching the first one, right? Because you didn't watch the first one. You're not supporting small artists. Just kidding. Anyway, let's get into the part 2, guys. Just to go back to what we rated each game to the first part, we're gonna go by puzzles, art, and voice and dialogue in each of these games. So again, this is mostly where I really like a lot of the Nancy Drew games. So let's get into it. So I have my list up because I'm not gonna remember every single one. If you see already, the ratings from the last games are up here because I kind of want to see at the end all the ratings that I've done for the game. So let's start with these two games that are kind of a little different from Nancy Drew. If you don't know what the Nancy Drew and you haven't watched part 1 and you're watching part 2, it's literally mystery games. Nancy Drew is actually one of the games that influenced at least Mysteries, so that's why I love playing these games and that's why I want to do this video. So these two games are kind of different. They're like click adventure games, so you honestly just look for like little glitters on items and you click on it to study it, solve something about it, collect it, or do like mini games. So it's like the puzzles aren't really puzzles, they're mini games. So one of the first one I tried out of the two is Resort to Danger. Did I get it right before looking at it? Hold on, guys. Yes, resorting to danger. So resorting to danger is you're solving a mystery of someone's putting blue explosive paints everywhere and it could cause someone to get hurt or something. Someone's messing with the spa and it's like a luxurious spa. It's very like hoity-toity and everything like that, and Nancy Drew's coming in undercover to find out what exactly is happening. You get to do spa treatments with customers. You get to do like fun activities in the one of the hot spring areas, I think. I really don't know what you would call it, but it has awesome like plants and everything. They also have like a grand like park you can walk through, and it has interactions with statues of the Olympic gods. So that was fun. I liked it because I like making stuff and you get to make like the face mask and stuff like that. So for me, I will say as a pointer clicker game, not really a mystery, it is an A because I would play it again. I did like it. It's cute. The art is fun. Very bright colors. Better funding for the art, so I liked it. It was very fun. So there's that one, and then there's one called Lights, Camera, and Action, which is a game about Nancy Drew is trying to solve the weird occurrences of the, because it's on a like a Hollywood set. They're recording movies and stuff like that. Things have been happening. There's structures falling, and someone got ill, I think, in this one. I'm not 100% sure. But I like the puzzles. I like the games. Puzzles. Because you get to make smoothies here. Drama and rumors. You get to go on set, go see costumes and stuff like that. It was an overall fun game, but it's more of a clicker and pointer one. So we're going to put that also with the A, because it's just a fun, quick game. It took me a day to do it, but not both games, just one. So I like those games. It was really fun. Let me actually tell you the very first game I've ever played Nancy Drew with my mom, and it was the White Wolf of Icicle Creek Lodge, and I got that on point. That is the first game I played with my mom that got me into Nancy Drew, and it's what it says. You have to go to a lodge up in Canada, which I just found out now. It was in Canada. So you go up to Canada and you have to help the resort owner of why these weird stuff is going. Like a family got food poisoning, people got passed out in the sauna because it got heated and the door was locked. And so you go in as a maid and a cook. Again, doing this for free, Nancy. Why are we doing this for free? I understand you're an amateur detective, but you can go $16 an hour or a rate for that multiple nights because we're cleaning up after people. Come on. So you go there and you're trying to figure out the incidents that are coming, and people are blaming the wolf because every single time the wolf howls, something bad happens. Oh, when you first start in the game, an explosion happens and the wolf howls at the explosion. So I love the game because, one, I love like snowy lodges. I haven't been one in years. I don't ski or anything like that, so I don't do those kind of stuff, but I would love to go back to a snowy lodge. Wolves are great. They're cute. Love them. You get to cook in this game, and I love cooking games too. You solve a lot of puzzles and interact with a lot of guests. The puzzles were really good. They weren't really that hard to solve, except for one part, which I don't want to give a spoiler on it. So I would just say there's one near the end that's a little tricky, and it takes a lot of trial and error. There was a lot of games in this, like mini games. The art was cute. I liked it. Very cozy vibes in the art. And the voice acting and dialogue were very informative. Super great. I loved it. I'm giving it an S rank. Yes, because that's the first one I did with my mom, and I love playing it. I would play it again on Masters. So that will be an S rank. That's one of my favorite ones. The next one I want to do is one of my other favorite ones that I actually started playing as a master instead of a... So when I was doing all the Nancy Drew games again, I wanted to play this one first because that's what got me back into the games. So I said I did this game when I was little Lisa as an amateur detective. So I did it in the Masters detective. Let me tell this game was so hard in Masters. It's Shadows at Water Edge, which takes place in Japan. And I love Japan. I used to live there. And you go as an English teacher in a ryokan, and it's haunted. People are leaving there because they keep getting like hauntings or something happens, so they leave. And you're trying to solve for free again, without being asked, what's going on. And George and Beth are at a convention, like a tech convention, because George is like really smart. So you get to go make bento boxes, you get to go on train rides, you get super normal like activities going on too, and you get to do Sudoku. Sorry, I'm on 3 cups of coffee, guys. I'm so sorry, but you get to do Sudoku and other games, and I love Sudoku. I literally have like books on books of like hard Sudoku. So that was so fun. That is my favorite. The acting was great. I watch Gab Smulders. If you don't know who that is Jacksepticeye's partner. She played it, and she lived in Japan, and she speaks Japanese. I do agree with her. They have to remake that game to do it appropriately. The accents I don't think it would get away with it during this time. That's my opinion on it, but that can be improved on. And if they remade it, they will improve on that. The art was great. So I love how I'm like going out of order of this, but it is my favorite game. I played it twice in both amateur and normal, so master. So of course it's gonna be S rank because I would play it again because the bento section, it's so hard, and you can continuously play it through the whole game, so it's not just like one time. It's really fun. I like it. I suggest you do play one of those 2 games or 3 games in the S rank that I put already if you really want to get into Nancy Drew. So this one, I should have actually put this one in the part 1. I should put this game in part 1, but I didn't because I kind of forgot about it, which is kind of saying a lot. This one is called Creature of Kapu Cave, and this one is placed in Hawaii, where Nancy Drew is helping a scientist study the bugs on land, and you're actually discovering a whole conspiracy theory that was happening on the island. And you get to make snow cones. Well, you get to eat snow cones. Sorry, you get to pick the flavor and then eat it. You get puka cells, and the Hardy Boys are there. So the Hardy Boys come back. I don't like their models for this game. I actually don't like the art in this game too much. I I don't know what it was. I think they smoothed things too much. I think it was in that era when we're like, oh, let's smooth everything out. So I think that's why I was like, ooh, kind of with the looks. But the dialogue and the voice acting was good. Everyone was different, and that's what we want. The puzzles, kind of, they felt more like games. There is a part where you have to sneak in somewhere, and that was actually pretty fun because Nancy Drew doesn't really sneak a lot for being a detective, but I kind of liked that part in the game. So for this one, I'm gonna give it a C. The ending really flopped how everything resolved. So I think that was just like a great story, bad ending, which is mostly me with all my mysteries. Let's be honest. Just kidding. I like it. I love my mysteries. And if you haven't seen the newest mystery this season, it is coming to an end, or already ended if you're watching this. So go back and check Elisa Lee Mysteries if you haven't seen it. If you like RPG and D&D inspired stuff, go check that out. I make all the art on those series. My friend Julia and myself edit these videos, and if you want to support that, go on my Ko-fi page and donate once, or do the monthly Patreon kind of, where you get rewards every month for a flat rate depending what tier you pick. So anyway, let's get back to Nancy Drew. I will say maybe let's go do another older, newer game, and this one's actually a fun one to do, and it's called Danger by Design, which I think it's in Paris, and you are pretending to be a fashion assistant because one of the big fashion stars, she is like she's like wearing a mask all the time. She's changed her personality and everything like that, and you're trying to figure out exactly what's going on with her from one of her other clients. So you go there and you're working with a fashion artist. She's very out there. I don't know what else to say, but her slogan for her outfits are rude. This very rude, like rude. So she's very out there. Like when you first get there, she's yelling at her other assistant and she throws a plant at the door, and you're like, whoa, what is happening? Like, if she wasn't, I don't know, she's paid. Again, it's free. She's working for free. So you're just trying to figure out what exactly is going on with her, and you learn like history about Paris and the culture about it. You meet fun, interesting people like the ex of the fashion artist, and you get to actually make some fashion pieces. Like, you just design, not really make. But it calls out to previous games, and the puzzles are fun. They're easy but challenging at the same time. You also live with one of the models who literally would refuse to do anything that she's asked unless she gets her way first. Literally, she was called in to for a fitting for the fashion show that's coming up, and she literally said, not until I'm done making these cookies, I'm not going until then. And then Nancy Drew's like, okay, I'll make the cookies. And she literally tells you, I will call you to ask how they look, and if they don't look correct, I am leaving. And you're like, how, through the phone? Like, what do you mean? And literally, when you finish making a cookie, she calls right away, and you're like, okay, woman of a word, I guess. Like, sure. But the games are fun. Art's cute. It's okay, you know. Dialogue, voice acting, pretty good. I like the screams and everything. Also, you have to make tea for her based on her mood, which is great. So I think that one will be a B. I would play it again. You know, you gotta put some in B. We gotta put some in B. I can't put everything in A. You know, maybe not. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there for now. You know what I forgot to put in the first one? Literally one of the first games I hated. I did not like this game. I don't know why I forgot about it. Hold on. It's called Secret of the Old Clock. Again, when I say Nancy Drew is an immortal 18-year-old, she's literally, this is set in the 1930s, where you're literally trying to solve the case of this girl. Her parents passed away. She's now left with an inn that she has to withhold, and her caregiver is like, she's not ready for it. She's just a child. She should sell it. And she's like, I don't want to sell it because my parents gonna be mad. This broke me. There's a mini golf challenge. I couldn't beat it because then you can't get the clue. I couldn't. I asked Joe to help me. He couldn't. I gave up halfway and I watched Gab Smolders play it. And I came back after and I finally finished it. And I hated it. That's all I had to say. Nope. I did not like that game. Did not like it. Except for I did like the gas prices on there. I wish it was only 5 cents. I really wish. Man, I miss it. Okay, this next one is actually my top number 1. I know I keep saying this, but Phantom in Venice. It is a fun game where you go to Venice and you have to solve this, literally a phantom stealing stuff like from museums and stuff like that, and you're hired by the person in the Danger by Design. One of the clients hires you. She's also in the Scarlet Hand game too, so she's from the Scarlet Hand, Danger by Design, and this game, Phantom in Venice. And it is so fun. The puzzles are great. You get to put Nancy Drew in a cat suit and dance. You also get to do a heist in there, and it's really fun. You get to play another game, a card game in there. You get to chase a pigeon. It's fun. It's a fun game. The puzzles are great. The visuals are great. The dialogue was awesome. I loved it. It's an S rank. So boom, 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 boom. So going from I don't like the tap clock game to the Phantom being amazing. Let's do just in order what we see here. And this one is the Crystal Skull. The Crystal Skull is based in New Orleans, where you are helping Ned, your boyfriend's like college friend. His family member passed away, and he owns this giant land and a cemetery. So you go and help, and he has like extravagant animals like an alligator and a lizard, and you have to look for the family member that passed away, plastic eye and everything. It's crazy, but you try solving this case for this person that you're visiting, and at the same time you're playing as Beth in this one. And so Beth is actually at your Airbnb because you go drive over to Ned's friend's house and you're stuck there trying to solve a mystery, and then you keep calling Beth because Beth conveniently has one of the suspects that's eating gumbo across the street. So she goes and she talks to that person, get information, does it dance. So it's a lot of back and forth, a lot of puzzles that are fun. The art is great for a rainy, stormy feel. The dialogue is fantastic, very informative, great voice acting. Again, I will give this an A because the only reason why I wouldn't give it an S rank is that near the end, not near the end, the cemetery part was getting kind of like meh. The ending of the cemetery part was like, okay, I kind of expected a little bit more. Great puzzles and everything else. Maybe one day I'll play it again. We'll see. Well, honestly, we'll see. This next one, which I like watching Gab play this a lot because she plays it with her partner Jacksepticeye, and it is The Haunting of Castle Malloy, which is taking place in Ireland, I believe, which Jack had to say a lot about. Yeah, you are a maid of honor for a friend you barely know, and you almost crash your car when you get there because Nancy Drew was texting and driving. Okay, she was calling and driving, but still, okay, don't text and drive. So she goes into the castle. You have to solve the mystery of why the groom-to-be is missing. So you get to shave some sheeps, go to a bar, make some drinks, play some hidden clue games, learn some lore about fantasy creatures on the land there, and you actually get to go to a witch hut, which is really cool. Sorry if that's spoiler, but I think that was a big catch for me when I was watching the trailer. So great puzzles, art is fun, dialogue great. But yeah, I will give it, again, an A. I liked it. It was fun. A lot of trial and errors with it though, I will say. So yeah, I like that game. I like it. This game also kind of broke me, but in a good way. Like broke my head. This one's called Waverly Academy. I think it's a secret of Waverly Academy. So this one is literally Nancy Drew pretending to be a high school student again. She goes to like a pristine high school. Like these kiddos, all girls school. They are like the top of the top. Like you get in there either with paying the tuition or getting a full scholarship there. But seniors who are the valedictorian and the #1 valedictorian gets their college paid from the school. these are like, they have homework for days. They literally, when you go in there, you meet everyone. They have 3 papers, each 10 each. They have to make a 3D print design. They have to do like a molecule design of it was insane. And so what I liked about it though is that not every girl in the game was the same. Because you know, when you think of these kind of schools, you're like, oh, pompous people of like type of a certain type. I liked it because everyone was different. There's a musician, there was a athletic type, there is a like fashion type, and one who's very into programming. It was cool just seeing the different schemes of everything. So I liked the dialogues of this game. Every person you interact was really fun to talk to. The art was good, especially because it was working its way of actually like animating smoothness instead of really riggedy. And the puzzles, I will say I did have to use some help with these, but you were there to find out what happened to the girls who gets this letter from the black cat or something like that. And if you get 2 letters, something bad happens to you. Like one was locked into the closet overnight. Another person had allergic reaction that nearly killed them. So stuff like that. I forgot to mention that. But I think I'm gonna rate this as a B, because it did take me a lot of looking up the puzzles and a lot of trial and error. So that's the reason I would put that in there. Okay, I know I said I would probably do 2 parts into this, but I think I'm going to break it up into 3 parts because I didn't realize how informative I was going to be. So we're going to do 1 more, and then I'm going to cut this, and we're going to go to part 3. So let's see. I'm trying to pick which one to do. Should we end it on the good note, or maybe like a no? Let's do a no. Okay. So this last one for this part is going to be Trials of the Twister, and it's literally Nancy Drew filling in for an investor hires us to go fill in for a like tornado team. They go I forgot what they're called, but literally the movie Twisters, you know how the people go around and they chase a twister to like read information about it and everything like that. So you are part of a group that does this. So you were trying to figure out exactly where's the money going to when they're getting this funded. Also, one of the members broke their leg and they're wondering why, because I think they're gonna do a lawsuit. I honestly forgot, because it's like, it's okay game. The puzzles are fine. You have to answer twister rules, so you learn a lot actually about like what to do when a twister comes and everything. You have to help like organize the place and label like where the big twisters were and everything like that. I like the little Easter eggs they do have in here, because there's a TV you can like turn on, and they actually do like little shows of like the one we talked about, Waverly Academy. They say the life of the Waverly Academy and other games too. So I think the Easter eggs in that was pretty fun. But the puzzles, there's a part where you have to like control circuits to one another. That was fun, but you chase a lot of people and twisters, so it was like okay. I will say the art was pretty gloomy for, you know, you're chasing twisters. What else can you do? So it's very gloomy. The dialogue and voice acting was actually pretty good, on point. You know, there's this shovel person there, and he just sounds like he's just trying to make it throughout the day and get paid, because they're trying to win a competition. So you find a lot of like hidden stuff and people's real reason of why they're doing this. So yeah, I think for that one, I'm gonna give it a C. I didn't like the ending. I didn't appreciate how much going back and forth between places to figure out what to do next. So yeah. So that is part 2 of Nancy Drew's series. Didn't think it was gonna be 3 parts because I didn't realize how long these were taking. So thank you so much for sticking with this series, and if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for more notification. If you want to support this channel, go on my Ko-fi page down in the link description below to come and support. And as always, have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.